it is go time. All right, so first thing that I've seen is a really, really interesting trend is starting to happen. You know, a lot of the big agencies and research firms are now predicting that we're going to see a shortage in supply of new homes, particularly apartments. Now, why is that? Well, for most of you, you might not realize that an apartment building isn't something you can just turn the tap on and build overnight. You know, it's a 3, 4, 5, sometimes a 6-year process. So the fact that no one was doing new starts during the coronavirus the last 2 years means in the next few years, we're definitely going to be seeing a shortage. And that is a really, really interesting dynamic that's coming up. And I think we should talk about that some more. Builders. We've now seen again today, another big builder in Queensland go bust. It's something we talked about last week, and it is difficult, particularly for those first home buyers that jumped on the home builder in the last 2 years. And it can be quite stressful if your contract is terminated. Reserve Bank, we talk about it every week. They've changed their tone. They are expecting interest rates to go up before 2024. How can you prepare yourself? Well, if you've been listening to us, you would have taken out a fixed rate. If not, there are ways you can do it, and you really should be talking to your broker. Home renovations, it's easy to get carried away. So if you are thinking about it, really look at what will add value versus what won't and is just for your own enjoyment, which can be okay. And then lastly, we're finally starting to see, you know, the auction market cool down a little bit. Not a lot, it's still booming, but it's not quite as strong as it was last year. All right, that is it. Time is up. I think I did pretty well there. I do want to just touch on, so I might just go back on some of these figures if I can. Doesn't look like my clicker is working anymore. Oh yeah, no, it was just on a delayed reaction. All right, so these were the auction results. Pretty strong weekend. Obviously, don't forget that Melbourne, it was a public holiday and a long weekend. So we only had just over 600 auctions. But again, we saw over 70% Sydney, Melbourne, and nationally. So strong result, and we expect to still see that keep coming over the next 3, 4, 5, and probably 6 months. Realestate.com did put out a couple of days ago their updated stats on the number of transactions. I might dwell on this a little bit more next week since I'm over time, but just to see that light blue or turquoise line there is still tracking pretty much as strongly as we were last year. And again, well in front of 2019. So really, really strong result. For those of you that are thinking maybe there's just a few transactions going through, we're still seeing huge numbers of sales go through.